Test correction section 4 is writing quadratic equations. Two types of problem for this. The first type is intercept form. And I'm going to work problem number 14. Problem 14 tells you the x-intercepts are -4 and 1. Okay? It also tells you that you have a point, and the point is -3, -4. Notice that the point is in parentheses because it is a coordinate. So when I'm labeling this, the point is my x, y, because it's a coordinate point, and the x-intercepts are going to be p and q. Exactly as they are there. P is -4, Q is +1. Now, to write the equation, I need A, P, and Q. Well, I already know P and Q, but we have to know what A is. So I've got to go through the steps to find out what A equals. So to do that, I'm going to plug in the P, the Q, the X, and the Y into this original equation up here. So the y value is -4. A is what we're trying to find. The x value is -3 minus the p value is -4 times the x value is -3 minus the q value, which is 1. -4 equals A times -3 plus 4, which is 1, -3 minus 1, which is -4. This is all multiplication, so this is -4 equals A times 1 times -4, which is -4A. And if I divide both sides by -4 to get A by itself, my A value is just going to be 1. Okay, that's part of solving the problem, is just finding out what the A is. So if I go back to this original equation, I'm going to write it again down here. Y equals, what's my A value? It's 1. Have to have X. What's the P value? It's -4. Notice that that changes from X minus 4 to be X plus 4 because it's X. And so anything with X is anything in X world, I should say, is opposite. Then X minus my Q, which is 1. So Y equals 1 times X plus 4 times X minus 1 is my equation. That's the intercept form for the quadratic equation. The second type of problem is in vertex form. I think this gave more people difficulty because it's squared right there. So let me erase that so that I don't confuse you. Okay, so I'm going to work number 16. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to work number 17. 17 says my vertex is 3, -2. It also says that the vertex is HK. So this is H, this is K. Then the coordinate point that's given to us is 7, 6. Since it's a coordinate point, then that means this is X and this is Y. So I know what H is, I know what K is, I know what X is, and I know what Y is. I do not know what A is. So I'm going to plug all of this in. I'm going to say Y equals, I'm not going to say Y equals, I'm going to plug in. Y equals, so what's my Y? 6. 6 equals A, I do not know, X is 7, minus H, which is 3, parentheses squared, plus K, which is -2. 6 equals A times 4 squared plus negative 2 means minus 2. 6 equals a times 16 minus 2. And this is where people got in trouble. I cannot combine 16 with minus 2 because of the a. So what I have to do is I have to add 2 to both sides. So that gives me 8 equals a times 16. And if I divide by 16 to get a by itself, a equals 8 divided by 16, which reduces to 1/2. So my a value is 1/2. So when I go back up here to rewrite this equation, I'm going to erase this time. And if you set your equation up like this and you choose to erase, I think it works really well. So I've erased the a and the h and the k, and we're going to substitute them now with what we discovered that they are. So a is 1/2. H, we marked it right here, it's 3. K, we marked it right there, is negative 2. So I can erase this plus sign even and just make this be minus 2. Y equals 1/2. X minus 3 parentheses squared minus 2. Okay, for section 5, see the next video.